Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 16th. We are at 99. We are back at Jacobs Field for a big American League matchup between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. The Yankees come into this game a record of 90-55. The Indians 85-60. Let's take a look at the standings. In the American League East, the Yankees have a 2.5 game lead on the Boston Red Sox. That division has gotten a lot closer. The Yankees' magic number to clinch a playoff berth is 4. For the Red Sox, it is 5 to clinch a playoff berth. And not only that, if the Red Sox do clinch a playoff berth, Baltimore is eliminated. The Orioles are 9 games back of the Red Sox. I do not see them catching up here. In the American League Central, the Chicago White Sox, 11.5 back of the Indians. The Indians, their magic number is 4 to clinch a division. But the White Sox are only now 2 games above 500. They need to win and stay above at least get over 81 wins. The American League West, the Oakland Athletics have clinched a playoff berth. The Texas Rangers are 2 games back behind them for the division in the American League West. So that division has now gotten a lot closer. The National League East, the Atlanta Braves have clinched a playoff berth. They are in. The Mets are 7 back of the Braves. The magic number for the Mets to clinch a playoff berth to win second place is 5. National League Central, the Houston Astros have already clinched the National League Central. The Pirates, they are now fighting with the Mets for the number 4 seed. The Pirates, however, only have a 1-game lead on the Mets. Actually, it's a 1.5 lead on the Mets at this moment. I don't know, it's a 1-game lead. 1-game lead on the Mets for the 4 seed. The National League West has gotten a lot more interesting. The Giants are now only 4.5 back of Arizona. The Dodgers are only 3.5 back of the Giants, but the Dodgers are 2 games under 500. They have got to get above it to have any chance to be qualified for the playoffs. And the Giants right now are the 6th seed. So if anybody clinches second place in the National League West, they will definitely be the 6th seed. That is how the standings look as of September 16th. CLE baseball fan Ben Witts, Jeremy Brooks are first to join us here at Jacobs Field. The Yankees historically won this game 9-5. The Yankees had 12 hits and no errors. The Indians played a bad game, 10 hits and 4 errors. So they did not play a good game defensively, but we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight. So it should be an exciting matchup. It's had a great Inside Pitch game. 73 Astros and Braves. Dusty Baker, a 2-run bomb, really. So we will see what happens tonight as these 2 teams will go at each other here as we are now in the middle of the pennant race with only a couple of days, with only a couple more games left before we get to the final week. But right now, let's get ready as Doug Hunt now joins us here at Jacobs Field. So let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Cleveland Indians tonight is Dave Burba. The first time we've seen him tonight, this season. 15 wins, 9 losses, a 4.25 ERA in 99, 174 strikeouts and 93 walks that year. Jacobs Field in 99 was definitely a hitter's park. 219 home runs hit there. It'll add 2 to strikeouts and 2 to walks. So a great crowd here at the Jake. Everyone's ready for a big game between the Yanks and the Tribe. Joe Turney joins us here at Jacobs Field. We got a big one tonight, and let's see if Yankee Magic can strike again. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman Chuck Knobloch. I put him in the Hall of the Very Good. 292 average, 18 homers, 68 RBIs in 99. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Indians are the home team. Great crowd here at Jacobs Field. I believe it's a sellout. Any game against the Yankees would be huge here. Let's see what happens tonight. Burba, 3-4 against the righty, blank. Knobloch, 5-5. It's a ground out to short. And that'll be handled by Omar Vizquel. And he'll throw it over to first. That'll bring up the shortstop. Derek Jeter, Hall of Famer. One of the greatest of all time. 349 average, 24 homers, 102 RBIs. A young Derek Jeter, I should say. Burba, 2-6, strikeout, and he'll get him. He'll get Jeter. First strikeout for Burba. 2 down. And here's the right fielder, Paul O'Neill. 285 average, 19 homers, 110 RBIs. That is a good year. I think Paul O'Neill belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. Burba, 3-6, error on a grounder. O'Neill, 2-2, and that's not an error. It's against a righty. It's a slow hit ball to second base. That is a speed check. O'Neill's base running rating is a 3. The throw to first, and not in time. O'Neill will get there. That's not an error, but it is an infield single for O'Neill. And now here's the center fielder, Bernie Williams. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 342 average, 25 homers, 115 RBIs in 99. O'Neill had 11 steals, and he will not get one here. Burba, 6-1, error on a throw. Williams, 3-5. That's powered into center field. That's an 8, and it's going to stay up there. Center fielder Kenny Lofton will go ahead and get to that one. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Yanks. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees tonight, Hideki Irabu. We've seen him a number of times. 11 wins, 7 losses, a 4.84 ERA, 133 strikeouts, 46 walks in 99. That speed check isn't listed in the error charts. That is correct. He does not have that. He does not have that in inside pitch advanced. He took that out. Leading off for the Indians, center fielder Kenny Lofton. Does he belong in the Hall of Fame? 301 average, 7 homers, 39 RBIs. Was he the second best lead? Was he maybe the second or third best leadoff hitter in baseball history? I mean, maybe Lou Brock, but Lou Brock didn't always lead off. Irabu, 4-1, strikeout. He'll get Lofton. First strikeout for Irabu, 1 out. I don't know, does Lofton belong in the Hall? That'll bring up the shortstop, Omar Vizquel. Does he belong in the Hall of Fame? 333 average, 5 homers, 66 RBIs. That's debatable. Ernest Cruz joins us here at Jacobs Field. Irabu, 5-4, strikeout. The 11 is high. Vizquel, 5-4. It's a base hit. He'll hit that one into left field, and that will be a single. Initial public offering. Single for Vizquel. And now the second baseman, Roberto Alomar. Now I have no doubt he's a Hall of Famer. 323 average, 24 homers, 120 RBIs that season. Infielder double play. Vizquel had 42 steals, and he is getting one here. 16 plus 3 is 19. Jorge Posada, a 0. The only way he's out is on a 20. And he's safe. Vizquel will steal second base, stolen base for him. And now we'll re-roll the strat. That takes away the double play. And nothing on the 17. Vizquel will stay at second. Irabu, 1-1. That's at the park. Jacobs Field, 4-5. And that is a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Knobloch. And he'll throw to first for out number 2. And Vizquel moves to third. That'll bring up the right fielder, Manny Ramirez. Put him in the Hall of Fame. 333 average, 44 bombs, 165 RBIs. Put him in the Hall with all the rest of them. Vizquel on at third, and he'll stay at third. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 3-2, strikeout, and cold strike 3 on Ramirez. He'll get him. And that'll be the second strikeout for Irabu. And that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, a stolen base, no score after 1. Indians trying to go ahead and get closer to clinching the AL Central. The Yankees now have the Red Sox on their tail. Top of the second. Leading off for the Yankees, first baseman, Tino Martinez. 263 average, 28 homers, 105 RBIs in 99. I'll put him in the Hall of the Very Good. Burba, 5-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Burba. And that'll bring up the designated hitter. Our first look at him in this season, the Straw Man, Darryl Strawberry. 327 average, 3 homers, 6 RBIs. He only played in 24 games for the Yankees in 99. Darryl Strawberry, what might have been. Burba, 6'4", range play. Strawberry, 6'6". It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Travis Fryman. His range is a 3, and he can't get it. And that's going to be a base hit. Strawberry gets a single. Single for the Straw. And now we'll see the catcher, Jorge Posada. 245 average, 12 homers, 57 RBIs. Strategy roll for the Straw. He had 2 steals. He won't get one here. Burba, 3-5. That's a walk plus. It'll be ball 4. So now Burba in a little bit of trouble here. First walk given up by Burba. And here's the left fielder, Ricky Leday. 276 average, 9 homers, 40 RBIs in 99. Strategy roll, runners at first and second, nothing happening. Burba, a 3-6 error on a grounder. Leday, 2-1. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. And that'll be grabbed by David Justice for out number 2. Strawberry, I will not send him to third. He will automatically stay at second. His base running rating is a 1, but still hit the left, -2. And I'll still follow that rule that I usually do. And that is the second out, even though I'm using the other charts. Next batter is the third baseman, Luis Sojo. 252 average, 2 homers, 16 RBIs that year. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 12. Burba, 4-4, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice job by Burba. No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the Yankees can't get anything going there. Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Indians. The first baseman, Jim Thome, Hall of Famer. Is there any doubt? 277 average, 33 homers, 108 RBIs in 99. All Thome did was crush a lot. Irabu, 3-3, strikeout. He'll get Thome. Third strikeout for Irabu. So right now, both these pitchers are pitching pretty well. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Harold Baines, Hall of Famer. No, but he is in there. Baines started the season with the Baltimore Orioles. He is now on the Indians for the rest of the year, and I'm still surprised that I don't know why he was traded. If he was a trade or let go. 312 average, 25 homers, 103 RBIs. For the year that he was having, I don't know why the Orioles got rid of him, unless maybe it was a contract thing. Irabu, 4-3, strikeout, and that just missed. Baines, 2-1, and that is a grounder to second. That'll be handled by Knobloch, and he'll toss it over to first for out number 2. That'll bring up the left fielder, David Justice. I have him in the Hall of Very Good. 287 average, 21 homers, 88 RBIs. And I think he was really the big guy because he was married to Holly Berry. Irabu, 2-6, home run result against the righty. Justice is an 11th. That's a 7, and that is gone. Kaboom! That ball is hit pretty high. That ball is hit pretty deep to left field. Ricky Leday ain't getting that one. That is gone. Home run, David Justice. Solo bomb for Justice. And it is 1-0 Tribe. V-Dub Productions joins us here at Jacobs Field. V-Dub, I got a question for you. Is there anything you wanted to know about on the chart, on the charts that I'm using? Because I'm correct. If I'm right, I think you had a question on the chart, the new charts for the regular inside pitch. Next batter is the third baseman, Travis Fryman, 255 average, 10 homers, 48 RBIs. Irabu, 6'3", range play. Fryman, 6'2". It's a single pass second, but Knobloch gets a chance. His range is a 2. He won't get it. Base hit. Fryman will knock the single past Knobloch. And that will bring up the catcher, Sandy Alomar, 307 average, 6 homers, 25 RBIs. Alomar only played in 37 games for the Indians that year. 2 men down. Fryman had 2 steals. He won't get one here. Irabu, 3-2, strikeout. He'll get Alomar, and that will retire the side. 4th strikeout for Irabu. But 1 run on 2 hits. A solo bomb by David Justice. And it is 1-0 after 2. What about the charts? Maybe it's not you. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, V-Dub. But I know something about these. I don't know if I had any questions about how these work. Or somebody was having an issue with these charts. I just use them really because, first of all, I like them. And some people are saying that the chart kind of takes away a little bit of the actual nuance of the calculations that the original inside pitch has. That is true. But I think it streamlines inside pitch even better. But that's just my feeling on it. And I will be playing inside pitch advanced starting in January, whatever the season may be. We go to the top of the third. Chuck Knobloch leads off for the Yanks. He's 0 for 1. 1-0 Indians on a bomb by Justice. Burba, 4-4, strikeout, no. Knobloch, 1-6, and against the righty, it's a base hit. He hits that one past the pitcher and up into the outfield. So Knobloch gets his first hit of the game. Here's the captain. Jeter is 0 for 1. Infield double play. Knobloch had 28 steals, and he won't get one here. Burba, 3-5, walk plus, and that will be ball 4. So now Burba is in trouble, a single and a walk. For second walk given up by Burba, and here's O'Neill. O'Neill got a single his first time up. Infield a double play, 1-0 Indians, but the Yankees are threatening. Strategy, that's a 20. Burba turns around to try to get Knobloch, and no. Knobloch will get back. Now Burba will go ahead and pitch. Burba, 5-2, strikeout, no. O'Neill, 6-1, and against the righty, O'Neill will at least tie the game up. That's going to be a double to left. Knobloch will score. Double to left field, will that score Jeter? 2-6 on a double to left, and play, let's see, 2-6. Play if there are 2 out, otherwise hold. There's no out, so Jeter will hold at third base. O'Neill stops at second, and we're tied at 1. So Paul O'Neill will go ahead and get that double and at least bring in a run. RBI double for O'Neill, his second hit of the game. We're tied at 1 now, and here's Williams. Williams is 0 for 1. Infield will play in here. Tied at 1 with nobody out. I will use the infield in chart. Burba, strategy roll, and nothing on the 16. Burba will pitch. Burba, 3-6, error on a grounder. Williams, 5-5. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Tomey. His error rating is a 3. That's an 8. There won't be an error. So let's go ahead and see what the chart will say here. So it was hit to first base. Jeter's base running rating is a 4. So we add 1 to the die. And that is a 6. And let's see, that is a 6. So that is going to be, batter at third is out, and the runner is safe on a fielder's choice. So Jeter was sent home. O'Neill gets the third. Williams is at first, and there's 1 out. And that's how that chart works. And for those of you wondering on it, okay, here's the chart. And I said I rolled a 6, and you add 1 to the die roll here, okay, with all other. So, actually, no, I'm sorry. Runner holds. I looked at bases full. My bad. Runner holds, and the batter is out. My bad. I did that wrong. I looked at the wrong one. Wrong. So, actually, O'Neill and Jeter, it doesn't matter. It still doesn't get the score. So, Williams is out. Still learning that chart a little bit. Now, with 1 out, however, I will use the regular infield in calling. So now runners at second and third. On the ground out to first. And now the batter is Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 1. Infield still staying in. Yeah, potential game-winning situation. On that thing, I do not use that chart. I use the original way I kind of like using the chart for no outs, but with 1 out, I like my own way. I like the original way with my house rule. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 2. Burba will pitch. Burba, 6-6 against the lefty. Walk. That's ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. And here comes Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry got a base hit his first time up, and he can hit a home run here. Infield will now stay in. Strawberry did not hit any double plays, apparently, in 99. So now a very good big play here. Burba will pitch a Straw. Straw had one of the most beautiful swings in baseball history. The only one maybe that had a better swing was Junior. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Burba will pitch. Burba, 1-1, strikeout. Cold strike 3. Got him. Holy cow. Big time strikeout. That's his 4th. Strawberry is a 15, but plus 2 is a 17. That is a 17, and he got him. And now 2 outs, and here's Posada. Posada walked his first time up. Burba gets a big K on the Straw. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 3. Burba will deal. Burba, 2-4. Home up. Okay, well, 2-4 is a home run result. And against the righty, Posada need an 8. That's a 1, and we have our 5th Grand Slam of the 1999 season. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Kablam! Grand Slam! Stadium groans. Jorge Posada crushes 1 out. Burba put that right over the plate. It was an absolute meatball, and that was turned into Big Ziti. It's 5-1 Yankees. Posada, that is our 5th Grand Slam, I think, of this season. I'm trying to keep track. I think that's Grand Slam number 5 that I've had here. And the batter now is Leday. Leday is 0 for 1. 2 men out. Top of the 3rd now. 5-1 Yankees. Burba, 3-5. That's a walk plus. He'll walk Leday. So Burba now seems to have maybe got a little shell-shocked on that. That is the 3rd walk in this inning. And here's Sojo. Soho is 0 for 1. Leday on it first. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 12. Burba, 5-6 against a righty. It's a blank. Soho, 3-1. And that's flied to right. That'll be handled by Manram. The Yankees send up all 9 to the plate, and the inning is over. 5 runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, and a grand slam by Jorge Posada. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. The Yankees did win this game 9-5, so. Bottom of the third, and top of the order for the Indians. Here's Kenny Lofton. He's 0 for 1. Now a 5-1 Yankee lead. Irabu, 1-2. Hit by pitch. No. Lofton, 1-3. He powers one into center. That's a 16. And Lofton's going to lead off with a triple. That ball goes all the way to center field. It'll roll all over the place. And Lofton will have a leadoff three-bagger. The next batter is Vizquel. Remember the last game, someone had a 5-0 lead in that game. And then and the other team won it 6-5. Lofton on at third. Vizquel, the batter, he got a base hit his first time up. They want to call the infield in or take the out. I think they would. Then it's just a guy rolling dice simulating a game that happened 26 years ago. And yet you guys are watching me rolling dice simulating a game that happened 26 years ago. Get a life! Strategy roll. And Lofton will stay put. I'm gonna set the infield in. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 4-3, strikeout, no. Vizquel, a 4-1, and that's a grounder to second base. Kenny Lofton, I'm gonna roll on the chart to see if Lofton comes in. So that's a grounder to second. Lofton's a base running rating of 4. So it's hit to second base. So let's see what happens. That's a 12, and that says runner on third, out, batter safe on fielder's choice. So Lofton is thrown out at the plate, and Ovar Vizquel will take first, and that will be out number 1. That says all other out, a 12 in this case, hit to second base, out, and fielder's choice. Out, batter, runner on third, out, and batter safe on fielder's choice. So out number 1 has Lofton thrown out of the plate. And now the batter is Alomar. Probably shouldn't even send him, but. So now there's Alomar. Alomar 0 for 1. Vizquel 42 steals. Irabu fires the first, and no, he won't get him. Now Vizquel will go ahead and you have an excuse on mold. Well, join the club. Irabu 5-5. It's a blank. Alomar 1-2. Fly ball to center. That'll be handled by Bernie. And he'll take it for out number 2. Here's Ramirez. Manram is 0 for 1. I have a life. I watch baseball simulation. Vizquel on at first. Strategy. Nothing on the 6. Irabu will deal. Irabu 4-4. Error on a throw. Ramirez 1-2. And that is going to be an infield single. The ball is hit to third. Soho's ever rating is a 5. That's a 16. Soho will hold on to it, and it'll just be an infield single. So the inning is not over yet. Base hit by Manram. And now here's Tomey. If Irabu makes a mistake, we got a ball game again. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Yankees lead 5-1. Strategy. Nothing on the 3. Vizquel will stay put. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 1-5, it's a blank. Tomey, 6-6, and it's a line drive right to second. Knobloch puts up the glove, pop, and the inning will end there. No runs, 2 hits for the Indians. They strand a couple. 5-1 Yankees after 3. The lovely Burba joins us here at Jacobs Field. Top of the 4th. And it will be Chuck Knobloch leading off for the Yankees. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Yankees batted around in the last inning. Burba, 6-4, range play. Knobloch, 1-2, pop fly ball to short. Vizquel going for it. He was excellent. His range is a 5. But, of course, that's a 6. It'll drop over his head, and Knobloch will have a single. Knobloch has a second base hit. That's going to be a Texas leaguer Although Vizquel tried to reach it just a little bit out of his reach, and Knobloch is safe at first on a single. Here's Jeter. The captain is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield a double play. Knobloch will stay where he is. Burba, 5-3, strikeout, and got him. Called strike 3 on Jeter. That is a big strikeout for Burba. That is his 5th. And 1 out. Next up is O'Neill. O'Neill is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Knobloch on it first, and he gets the steal sign. 15 minus 2 is 13. Alomar plus 2 is 15. Yeah, he'll go. Knobloch on his way to second. 28 stolen bases. A 1-15, he is safe. And it's a possible error. Alomar's error rating is a 20. Well, that's an automatic error. Alomar tries to get Knobloch, throws it into center field. Knobloch will wind up at third. So that is a stolen base and an E2. First error on the Indians. They had 4 of them in this game. And that is the first error there. The Indians had 4 errors in this game. There's your first. And now Knobloch on at third. Now the infield will play in. Jeffrey Guterman joins us here at Jacobs Field. Stratomatic master. Strategy roll. Knobloch will stay at third. Now Burba will pitch to O'Neill. The infield is in. Burba, 3-5, walk plus, ball 4. And Burba may not be lasting much longer here. That is the 4th walk by Burba. And here comes Bernie. Bernie is 0 for 2. Now the infield will stay in. The Indians don't want this to get too far ahead. Strategy, that's a 1. O'Neill gets the steal sign, but he'll let Williams swing away. Burba will pitch. Burba, 6-4, range play. Williams, 1-1. That's a fly ball to right. Going after that is Manram. His range is a 3, and he will get it. And that's out number 2. Bernie Williams, a sacrifice fly of 2, plus hit to right, plus 1 is a 3. He will bring in Knobloch. So that will be a sacrifice fly for Bernie. It is now 6-1. Nice play by Manram. Could have been worse. But he will get the sacrifice fly to right. It's now 6-1. Stadium groans. Here's Martinez. Martinez 0 for 1 with a walk. Now 2 outs, a 6-1 Yankee lead. Strategy roll for O'Neill. He'll stay put. Burba, 5-5, strikeout, 12 is high. Martinez, 1-6, and pop fly ball to third. And that will be Fryman getting to that. And he will make the play, retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 stolen base, and 1 sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 4th here, where the Yankees are already up 6-1. You're watching. I'm on the big screen, Jeffrey. I know I've always say this. Anytime tells me this. I know I've made it to the big time when I'm on the big screen. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Indians will be Harold Baines, some guy who thinks he belongs in the Hall of Fame. He is in there, but he doesn't belong in there. Baines is 0 for 1. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 3-3, strikeout, got him. Yeah, Baines ain't no good. Strikes out right there. That is the 5th K for Irabu. Why do I have a funny feeling one of these days Harold Baines is going to show up at my door and probably conk me on the head? Here's Justice. Justice hit a bomb his first time up. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 3-3, strikeout, and yeah, got him. That's a called strike 3 on Justice. And that's the 6K for Hideki. Here comes Fryman. Fryman got a single his first time up. Yeah, I wonder why Baltimore traded. I'm wondering why Baltimore traded to Cleveland. Baltimore traded him. He was having a great season. I wonder why he did. And why they did that. I don't get that. Irabu will deal. Irabu, 5-5. That's a blank. Fryman, 4-3. Pop fly ball to third. That'll be handled by Soho. And he will make the play and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Tribe. 6-1 Yankees after 4. Maybe so. Salary issues. I forgot who they trade. Somebody look him up and see who was traded for. I don't want to do that right now. I want to play. So you're able to read the text on the big screen. I will type on it. You have to use. Okay. Top of the 5th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry 1 for 2 with a single. Question is Burba going to pitch here? Switch. I'm going to say no. That's going to be it. Burba's coming out of the game. The Yankees have left switch left. So the Indians are going to go to the bullpen and bring on a lefty. And they're going to go with Ricardo Rincon. 2 wins, 3 losses, no saves, a 4.43 ERA. 30 strikeouts, 19 walks in 99. So Burba's going to leave with the L. And the Indians have seen enough. So Ricardo Rincon will pitch, maybe this inning and maybe the next one. So Rincon will deal a Strawberry. Rincon, 4-3. Home run chance. That is a 5. And against the lefty, that just made it. Against the lefty, Strawberry needs a 15. And that is an 18. Wow, we don't got it. I thought that was definitely good. 1-2. Instead, he gets over it and grounds it to second base. That'll be handled by Alomar. Strawberry is livid, but he got over the ball, and instead of hitting it in the air, he's pounded it on the ground. 1 out. Can't believe he just missed that. Here's Posada. Posada got a grand slam his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Rincon will deal. Rincon, 4-1. Walk plus, ball 4. They'll walk Posada. Maybe Rincon was afraid of giving up a bomb to Posada. Here's Lede. Lede is 0 for 1 with a walk. Traded by Baltimore, Cleveland player to be named later, Juan Aracena. Cleveland sent Jimmy Hamilton. Hamilton was the infamous player to be later. Traded by July 29, 2000. Traded the Orioles with Charles Johnson to the White Sox with Miguel Felix, Juan Figueroa, Jason Lackman, and Brooke Fordyce. Okay. Thank you. I can always count on my chat to give me the lowdown on the trivia, which is always good. Posada on at first. Strategy rolls are still active, and that's a 16. Nothing happening. Rincon, 5-3 against the lefty. It's blank. Lede, 6-4. Base hit past short. Posada will hold at second base on the single. And once again, the Yankees are in business. Looks like it's going to be one of those games for the Indians. Here's Soho. Soho was 0 for 2. And Rincon is tired already. And the question is, are they going to let him pitch? He did give up the 3 batters. That'll be it from Rincon. Then we'll take him out. He did pitch the 3. He will be done. Indians going back to the bullpen. And they're going to bring out Paul Shuey. 8 wins, 5 losses, 6 saves, a 3.53 ERA, 103 strikeouts, 33 walks in 99. So Shuey will now be the third pitcher. Am I saying his name right? Paul Shuey or Paul Schway? Somebody correct me on that. If I'm saying the name wrong, I'm probably saying it wrong. So somebody check the pronunciation on it. Posada on at second. Lede on at first. Still 1 out, top of the 5th. Shuey, thank you very much. So I am saying it right. Nothing on the strat. Shuey, 5-2 against the righties. Strikeout plus, he'll get Soho. Boy, do they need that. So 2 down as Shuey gets a big K. And now Knobloch. Knobloch 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He scored twice as well. 6-1 Yankees, top of the 5th. Strategy, nothing happening. Shuey, 6-5, strikeout 10. That will miss. Knobloch, 4-1, and it's a grounder to short. That'll be handled by Vizquel, and he'll take his time and toss it over and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Shuey can still pitch for 3 more. Leading off for Cleveland is Sandy Alomar. Alomar is 0 for 1. 6-1 Yankees. Very important game in the American League. Irabu, 1-3, strikeout. He'll get Alomar. That's the 7th strikeout for Irabu. He is having a good night tonight with batters. Here's Lofton. Lofton is 1 for 2 with a triple. Does Lofton belong in the Hall of Fame? I think people think they can make an argument. He was a hell of a leadoff hitter. Irabu, 5-4, strikeout. That'll be high. Lofton, 2-6, and he powers one into left. That's a 4. That'll be a base hit. Lofton will get a single, and that'll be his 2nd hit of the ball game. Next batter is Vizquel. Does Vizquel belong in the Hall of Fame? Vizquel is 1 for 2. Infield set for double play. Lofton had 25 steals. I don't think he would go here. He does get the steal sign, and it's such an easy way you got to send him. 16 plus 3 is 19. Posada's a 0. I really don't think you would send him here down 5 runs. He gets the jump. I just don't think you'd send him down. I don't think they would send him down 5 runs. I don't think they would. But a 1-19, he would be safe. He'll take off on his own. A 1-19, Lofton is safe. And it's a 3. He won't even make a throw. Lofton will get the 2nd. That'll be a stolen base for him. They didn't even. Posada held on to the ball. And Lofton will get to 2nd base. That does take away the double play. Now Lofton on at 2nd, and he'll stay there. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 5-5. It's a blank. Vizquel, 2-4. Line drive to 3rd. That's out number 1. That's a 15, and Lofton will be. There will not be a double play. He gets back 2 down. And now Alomar. Alomar is 0 for 3. Kind of think he's due for a hit. Lofton on at 2nd, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Lofton gets the steal sign to go to 3rd, but he'll stay put. Irabu, 2-2. That's a blank. Alomar, 6-2. Base hit past short. Lofton definitely with 2 outs has the speed. He'll come around. He will score. It's 6-2. Alomar definitely with that kind of speed. With that becomes a 5. A single pass short easily scores Lofton. And it is now a 6-2 game. So an RBI single by Alomar. As I said, he was kind of due. And now here's Manram. Manram 1 for 2 with a single. 6-2 now is the score. Alomar had 37 steals, and he's not going. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 1-6. Home run chance. 17 is high. Manram, 3-6, and he'll hit a base hit to left field. Does Alomar get the 3rd? Single to left, 4-5, and advances if it's hit the right field. It would hit the left field, so Alomar will stay at 2nd base. So hit the left field. Good play there by Ricky Leday. He'll throw the ball in. They'll keep Alomar at 2nd. That's probably the right call anyway. You already got 2 outs. You don't want to make it out at 3rd because now the batter is Tomey. Tomey is 0 for 2. Irabu got to be careful with Tomey. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Now a 6-2 ball game. Fans here at Jacobs Field know if Tomey gets a hold of one. That ball, he hits it in Cleveland. It'll probably land in Cincinnati. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 3. Alomar stays at 2nd. Manram at 1st. Irabu will pitch. 2-5. Possible error. Tomey. 3-3. And that's gonna be an infield single to 2nd base. Knobloch's ever rating is a 10. That's a 12. Who'll hold on to the ball. That becomes an error on a throw, but it's an automatic single. And now the bases are loaded. And now the batter is Harold Baines. Baines is 0 for 2. I don't remember if I ever had 2 grand slams in one game. 2 outs, 6-2, Yankees lead. Irabu trying to get Baines out. Baines says, I'm a Hall of Famer. I'm going to tell you, hey, Harold, show me. Strategy roll. That's a 6, nothing happening. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 6-4. It's a blank. Baines, 4-1, and it's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Ricky Leday. He'll have room. He will make the catch. And Harold Baines, the wannabe Hall of Famer that's in there, just flies out, kills the rally, and that will do it. 1 run, 4 hits, a stolen base. Made it interesting, but now 6-2 after 5. Baines, a Hall of Famer. Blah! I put Scott Rowland in there before I put in Harold Baines. And Rowland, I don't think is a Hall of Famer either. We go to the top of the 6th. Paul Shuey can pitch to 3 more batters. Derek Jeter leads off for the Yankees. Shuey will stay out there. Jeter is 0 for 2. Now a 6-2 lead for the Yankees. Pitch from Shuey. 4-1. Possible error. Jeter. 4-6. It's a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Justice. Justice's error rating is a 4. That's a 3. Justice is going to misplay it, and it's going to bounce off his glove. Jeter's going to get a chance to go to second base, and he will. David Justice's error rating is a 4. That was a 3. It is an odd number, and he misplays it, and Jeter is safe at second. That's going to be an E7, and that is the second error on the Indians in the game. David Justice misplays it. Opinionated, bold, apologetic, the RGN network. Jeter on at second. And now the batter is O'Neill. Stadium groans. Justice did get a home run, but that error could be huge. Jeter on at second. That's why I have more stuff. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. Shuey thinks there should be an out, and there should be. Shuey, 6-2, wild pitch. Yeah, and that's going to go wide of the plate, and Jeter will go to third. And now O'Neill gets the swing, but the infield will come in. O'Neill, 1-4, powered into left field. That's an 11. It'll stay up there. It's going to be a fly out to left. That's a fly out to left, but will it score? Jeter. O'Neill, sacrifice fly of 4, hit the left field, +1 is a 5. It will bring in Jeter. It's 7-2. Stadium groans. So now a 7-2 Yankee lead, as O'Neill will get the sacrifice fly. And now here's Bernie. Bernie is 0 for 3. He has a sacrifice fly. 1 out here, top of the 6th. There were 14 runs historically scored in this game. We got 9. Shuey, 6-6, strikeout, no. Bernie, 3-4, and it's a grounded first. That'll be handled by Tomey. And he'll take it to the bag, 2 down. Here's Martinez. Shuey is tired. But he's going to pitch. Martinez is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 men down. Shuey. 3-6. Strikeout plus. He'll get out of the inning, and that'll retire the side. But damage was done. 1 run on no hits. No hits. 1 error. 1 wild pitch. And a sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Irabu can pitch to one more batter before he tires. This may be his last inning. David Justice leads off for the Indians. He's 1 for 2 with a bomb. He gets a little bit of an okay ovation from the crowd, but that error was almost very cost. That error did cost him a run. Irabu will deal. Irabu, 1-2, hit by pitch. No. Justice, 4-2. It's a fly to left, handled easily by Ricky Leday, and that is out number 1. Irabu is tired. He says, I can do it, coach. Here's Fryman. Fryman is 1 for 2 with a single. Irabu will pitch. Irabu, 3-3, strikeout. No. Fryman, 4-6, and that's grounded to second. Easy play for Knobloch. He'll toss it over, 2 down. Here's Alomar. Alomar is 0 for 2. Irabu, he will pitch. 4-2. That's a pitcher result. That's going to get Irabu, but that is a fatigue result now. That'll get Irabu out of it, though. Against a righty, a 1-20 is an automatic out. That is a 20. It didn't matter. Irabu will be done anyway, and that is going to be a grounder to second base. Knobloch will get that. He'll toss it over and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Indians, and they trail 7-2 after 6. On to the 7th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Darryl Strawberry. Shuey is done. Left switch left coming up for the Yankees. The Indians are going to go to the bullpen here. I think they'll bring in a lefty, and it is going to be... They're going to go with Paul Ossenmacher. 2 wins, 1 loss, and 8.18 ERA. 29 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 99. He did not have a good year, but with 55 appearances, Paul Ossenmacher against the left, switch to the left, I would feel they would bring him in here. So Ossenmacher will be the 4th pitcher for the Indians here in the top of the 7th. Ossenmacher will deal with Strawberry here, top of the 7th. Ossenmacher, 4-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Strawberry, 6-6, a ground ball to third. That'll take care of by Fryman. Fryman over to first, 1 out. Here's Posada. Posada is 1 for 1. Grand slam home run and walked twice. Pitch from Ossenmacher. 4-4 against the switch right. It's a blank. Posada, 3-2, and it's grounded to second base. Alomar will get that one, and he'll toss it over, 2 down. And now here's Leday. Leday is 1 for 2, singled and walked. Ossenmacher, he will deal. 3-3, error on a grounder. Leday, 3-4. Nope, it's going to be a fly ball to right field. What a great job by Paul Ossenmacher. Easy catch for Manram. And the inning is over. What a call to bring in Paul Ossenmacher and get the job done. As usual, you just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after the 9th game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It'll be September 19th. The schedule for September 19th was kind of meh. So I decided to go with the old standby. We go playing from the Yankees, and we're going to go to Shea Stadium as the Philadelphia Phillies will take on the New York Mets. Paul Bird will be going for the Phillies. Kenny Rogers will be going for the Mets. The Mets, however, still trying to get that number 4 seed and only have to play one game in the wild card series. They're chasing the Pirates. The Phillies are out of it, but they want to play some spoiler. So we're going to do a spoiler game tomorrow, the Phillies and the Mets. That'll be at Shea Stadium, and that will be tomorrow night here on the network. Bottom of the 7th, top of the order for the Indians. Here's Kenny Lofton. He's 2 for 3, a triple and a single. That'll be it for Irabu. He is done because he was automatically eliminated by virtue of the fatigue result. Left switch, and they're going to go with they're going to go with a righty. So the Yankees will bring on a righty from the bullpen, and that is going to be Jason Grimsley. 7 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 3.60 ERA in 99, 49 strikeouts, and 35 walks. So Irabu leaves with a W. And Grimsley will come on to pitch. He can pitch to 6. So Jason Grimsley here will pitch the bottom of the 7th. 7-2 Yankees. Important game for both teams. Grimsley. 1-1. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Lofton. 2-6, and that's powered into left field. That's a 16, and Lofton is going to have his second triple of the game. Lofton gets his second triple. He'll hold at third base, as that 16 will be a triple off of Grimsley, and Lofton will head there. So now a 7-2, a runner on third, and here's Vizquel. Vizquel is 1 for 3 with a single. Yankees are going to play the infield back. They just want to get outs now. They got a 5-run lead. And strategy rolls are off. Grimsley, 6-4. Walk plus. Ball 4. Grimsley walks Vizquel. So now things have suddenly gotten a little interesting. Here's Alomar. Alomar 1 for 3 with a single. Infield will set up for double play. Grimsley gets the sign from Posada. Grimsley will pitch. 4-4. That's a blank. Alomar. 5-1. Base hit right past third. Indians will get a run. Lofton will score. Vizquel will hold at second. And it's now 7-3. So Grimsley comes in. Gives up a single, a triple, a single, and a triple, a walk, and a single. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. There's Manram. Ramirez is 2 for 3. Now a 7-3 ball game. Strategy rolls are still off. And Grimsley will pitch. Grimsley, 6-2. Error on a throw. Ramirez, 6-1. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be grabbed by Williams. That is out number 1. Williams has an error rating of 2. That's a 3. He will not make a throwing error. So Vizquel, would he still try to take third? Down 4 runs. Would he still try to take third? Was hit to center field. I don't know. Would he still try to take third? Yeah, let's try it. 3-5, and 3-5 he holds. So he won't try it anywhere. He will stay put. So now here's Tomey. Tomey is 1 for 3 with a single. But now 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Grimsley will pitch. Grimsley, 3-1. That's a walk plus, and now the bases are loaded. So Grimsley comes out here. He's looking ineffective now. as he gives up the bases loaded. And once again, another chance for Harold Baines. Baines is 0 for 3. They're going to play the infield a double play depth and try to turn the 2. Grimsley will pitch to him. But he would be the 6th batter already. Yankee bullpen warming up again. Vizquel, Alomar, Tomey on base. Grimsley will pitch to Baines. Grimsley, 2-1 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. That is a 3, and that's going to be a grounder to first base. That is hit to Martinez. 3-2-2. Shortstop pivot. Jeter, a -1. The only way to turn a double play is on a 1. No. The only play they'll get is first base. So Vizquel will score. Alomar goes to third. Tomey goes to first. Martinez makes sure he gets the sure out, and that's out number 2. Once again, Harold Baines fails. But it's now 7-4 as the Indians continue to chip away at this lead. And now the batter is Justice. And Grimsley is tired. He's done. The Yankees will take out Grimsley. He does get the RBI, and we're probably going to see a lefty for the Yankees. And they're going to go with Mike Stanton. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4.33 ERA, 59 strikeouts, 14 walks for Stanton in 99. So Grimsley does not get a hold. He did allow a run. So Mike Stanton's job, get 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, now 7-4. Stanton will go ahead and set it up. Strategy rolls are back on. Strategy roll, nothing on the 16. Stanton will deal. Stanton, 4-5, hit by pitch. No. Justice, 1-3, and it's a fly ball to right. Paul O'Neill will go ahead and get that and make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks. And the Indians are still in this game, but they now trail by 3 after 7. True Hall of Fame work. Bull cookies. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Luis Sojo. Asemacher is done. Indians will go to the bullpen. Sojo will bat. Why not? He's 0 for 3, though. Let's see. Right. So they'll go with a righty. And coming on to pitch for the Indians will be Steve Reed. 3 wins, 2 losses, no saves. A 4.23 ERA. 44 strikeouts, 15 walks. And he is now the 5th Indians pitcher. I have nothing against Harold Baines. I just don't think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Like most, and I happen to, and a lot of baseball fans agree with me. Reed will go ahead and pitch to Sojo. Reed, and he can pitch to 4, by the way. Not that. Reed, 1-5 against the righty, strikeout, cold strike 3 on Sojo. He'll go ahead and get him. Sojo was 0 for 4 tonight. And there's 1 out. Here's Knobloch. Knobloch 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Reed will pitch. Reed, 1-3 against the righty. Walk. That's both, and that will be ball 4. He'll walk Knobloch. So now Knobloch will trot to first. It'll bring up the captain. Jeter is 0 for 3. Reached on an error and walked. Infield double play. Top of the 8th, 7-4 Yankees. Strategy rolls are back off. Reed, 2-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Jeter, 6-1, and that's a single. He'll hit that one past third. Knobloch will hold at second base. So a base hit for Jeter. That's his first hit. And now the batter is O'Neill. O'Neill is 2 for 3, a single, double, and a sacrifice fly and a walk. O'Neill hits righties very well. And that was the 3rd batter for Reed. Question is, Do you want him to pitch here? He's not tired yet, but O'Neill hits righties a lot better than he does lefties. And you're the Indians. They're trying to win this ball game. Reed has already pitched a 3. The question is, do you go with a lefty here for the next 3 batters, knowing that Williams Martinez after O'Neill? 90s baseball. They'll yank him. Reed will come out. He is tired. He is not tired, but O'Neill hits righties a lot better. And the Indians will bring on a lefty, and that is going to be Mark Langston. 1 win, 2 losses, a 5.25 ERA, 43 strikeouts, 23 walks. Langston is now the 6th Indian pitcher to pitch here. A Knobloch on at second, Jeter on at first. Langston will now pitch, and he can pitch to 7. But his job right now is to get the lefties. Runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the 8th. No strategy needed. Langston, 4-6. Against the lefty, it's an automatic out, and that's going to be a grounder to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop pivot, Vizquela 0. A 1-3. It's a double play, and it's a 5. Knobloch will get to third. Jeter thrown out at second. O'Neill makes first. That is out number 2. Almost pulled it off on a double play. So that is a fielder's choice. And now here's Bernie. Bernie is 0 for 4. You kind of think he's due. Knobloch on at third, O'Neill on at first. Fans here at Jacobs Field hoping the Indians can pull this out, but Langston's got to get the job done. Langston will pitch. Langston, 3-2 against the switch right. It's a blank. Williams, 1-6, and it's a fly ball to center field. The Indians will get out of it. Going back for it is Lofton. He will make the catch and end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. Again, awesome managing by the manager here in this on this channel. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bringing in Mark Langston to get it done. Travis Fryman leads off for the Indians. He is 1 for 3. And let's see, left, right. Stanton is going to right, and left. That's going to be it for Stanton. The Yankees are going to go to the bullpen as well. Grabs Aaron by, he forgot that. Yankees are going to bring in a new pitcher. And they're going to go with Ramiro Mendoza. 9 wins, 9 losses, 3 saves, a 4.29 ERA in 99. 80 strikeouts, 24 walks. So Mendoza will come on to pitch, and he can pitch to 8. And we'll see what he does. Mariano Rivera is warming up for the 9th. Here's Fryman. Fryman is 1 for 3. He will bat. Mendoza, 3-3. Strikeout. Got him. He'll get Fryman on a K, 1 away. And now here's Alomar. Alomar is 0 for 3. You kind of think he's due. Mendoza, 4-5. Error on a throw. Alomar, 2-4. And that's going to be an infield single. That ball is at the third. Soho's error rating is a 5. That's an 11. Soho is not going to try to make a play. Alomar will have an infield hit. So Alomar will hold it first. And now Lofton. Lofton having a great night. 3 for 4, a single and 2 triples. Infield is a double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Mendoza will pitch to Lofton. Mendoza, 3-6 at the blank. Lofton, 6-3. And Lofton hits one into left field, and that's going to be a double. Will it score Alomar? That's a double to left. Alomar not fast, 5-2. And let's see. Hold if it's a +1. Hold if the arm rating is +1 to -2. Left fielder is Hideki. He has an arm rating of 0. Alomar will stop at third. So a good play there by Lofton as he gets a hit. Lofton is now a home run short of the cycle. He's 4 for 5, and now the batter is Vizquel. Vizquel is 1 for 3, singled and walked. The infield is going to play Alomar, not a threat at all, with 1 out, and you got a 3-run lead. I think you play, I don't know, do you play in here or do you play back? Jimmy Jam joins us here at Jacobs Field. Do you play in or do you play back here? 7-4, 1 out. Does anybody have an idea? Do you play in or back in this situation? The runners on base don't mean anything, but but you don't want. Do you want him to get closer? Ben Wood says he played back. Okay, he will play back. So that allows a run on any grounders. The throw would go to first. So 1 out. Mendoza will pitch to Vizquel. Strategy rolls are still off. Mendoza, 1-4, strikeout, and it don't matter. Got him. He gets Vizquel. What a big K by Mendoza. 2 down. And now a chance for Alomar. Alomar 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Mendoza gets a big K. Alomar at the plate. Fans here at Jacobs Field hoping for a big hit. Mendoza trying to keep it where it is. Mendoza will pitch. 5-4. It's a blank. Alomar 6-3, and it's a fly ball to left field. Going over there is Ricky Hideki. He will get under it, make the catch, and end the inning. No runs, 2 hits for the Indians. Stranding runners all over the place. 7-4 after 8. And that chance goes by the board. Stadium groans. We go to the 9th. Leading off for the Yankees will be Tino Martinez. He is 0 for 3. Langston will pitch to him. Yankee bullpen has Mariano Rivera warming up. Langston will deal. Langston, 1-2. Against the lefty, it's an automatic. Out! And that's going to be a grounder to third. That'll be taken care of by Fryman. And Fryman throws it over, 1 down. Here's the Straw. Straw is 1 for 4 with a single. Langston will pitch to him. Langston, 4-4 against the lefty. Home run result right over the plate. But Strawberry needs a 15, and that is a 19 for the second straight time. Strawberry just misses. 3-6, but he will get some of this one, and that's going to be a double to right. So Strawberry does not get a bomb, but he'll hit a 2-bagger into right field, and a big insurance run is on second base. Again, Strawberry just misses one. And now Posada, XSG2, joins us here at Jacobs Field. Posada is 1 for 2 with a grand slam. Strawberry on at second. And is that going to be it for Langston? And I think they're going to pick, well, Posada hits lefties a little better, but they're going to get, I think that's it for Langston. Langston's coming out of the game, and the Indians will go to the bullpen again. They're going to turn Posada around. And coming on to pitch for the Indians will be their closer, Mike Jackson. His job, keep it where it is. 3 wins, 4 losses, 39 saves, a 4.06 ERA. Jackson is the 7th Indian pitcher. And he will pitch, he can pitch to 4. as he will now come on to pitch. Posada 1 for 2 with a grand slam. 1 out, top of the ninth, 7-4. Jackson will deal. Jackson 6-4 against the switch left. That is a blank. Posada 5-2. It's a fly ball to center. That'll be handled by Lofton for out number 2. Strawberry's not going anywhere. He's mud. He'll automatically stay at second, 2 down. And now Leday. Leday is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Leday will bat. Strawberry on at second. Fans here at Jacobs Field hoping the Indians can keep it where it is. Jackson will pitch. Jackson 2-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Leday 3-3, and it's a grounder to second base. That'll get to Alomar. He's got it. Throws to first. Side retired. Once again, the Indian bullpen bends but doesn't break. No runs and a hit. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Manny Ramirez leads off for the Indians. There's only one pitcher you can bring into this situation, and that is going to be Mariano Rivera, Hall of Famer. One of the greatest of all time. 4 wins, 3 losses, 45 saves, a 1.83 ERA in 99, 52 strikeouts, 15 walks. And Rivera is the 5th Yankee pitcher. So Mariano Rivera will pitch to Ramirez, Thome, and Baines. And he does have Special K. Bottom of the ninth, 7-4 Yankees. Rivera will pitch. Rivera, 1-3, strikeout. Got him. He'll get Manram, and that is out number 1. Now here's Thome. Thome is 1 for 3, singled and walked. Rivera will deal. Rivera, 3-6 against the lefty. It's an automatic out, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Handled easily there by the captain. He throws it over to first for out number 2. And now the last chance for the Indians is Harold Baines. Baines is 0 for 4 tonight. Hall of Famer, my butt. Rivera looking in on Baines. Rivera says, "You think you're a Hall of Famer. I know I'm a Hall of Famer." Rivera will pitch. Rivera, 1-1, error on a throw. Baines, 3-6, and it's a hard line drive to second. Knobloch leaps into the air. Pow! That's your game. Yankees will beat the Indians tonight, 7-4. Stadium groans. Actually, that's a Special K. Yeah, they're right. That's a 4. That's not a line out. That is a Special K. Actually, upon further review, that's a strikeout. And the inning is over. Strikeout. But the Yankees win anyway. 7-4 for the Yankees. And the Indians will take a tough loss here. They'll drop to 85-61. The Yankees go to 91-55. Final line score coming up. For the Yankees, 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Indians, 4 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Hideki Irabu. He'll go ahead and get the win. Mendoza will wind up a hold. Mariano Rivera will get the save. Dave Burba takes the loss. So a tough loss here for the Indians, but the Yankees get closer to clinching the American League East. And we're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. So a nice win for the Yanks, as they'll get their victory. Yankees win, and they'll get that win. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. The Yankees will get a victory here as they'll beat the Indians 7-4. Let's see how the rest of the majors goes tonight. We'll see you later there, Ernest. Thank you, sir. September 16th, Anaheim at Kansas City. Let's see here. Angels 661, that is 6. Royals 12-16, and that is 3. That's a win for the Halos. Seattle at Tampa Bay. Mariners 10-32, that's 4. Devil Rays 7-36, and that is 4. That is a tie. The Mariners rolled a 2 plus 0. The Devil Rays rolled a 6 plus 1 is 7, and that will be a win for Tampa Bay. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 263, and that is 6. Reds 15-52, and that's 8. And that game belongs to the Reds. Marlins and the Giants. Marlins 843, and that's 5. Giants 1341, and that's 6. The Giants will get the win. September 17th, Baltimore at Anaheim. Orioles 944, and that's 5. Angels 655, that is 6. And the Orioles are losing games they're not supposed to lose. Detroit at Boston. Tigers 562, that is 7. Red Sox 14-12, and that's 2. And the Cats will get that one. Yankees at Cleveland. Yankees 15-35, and that is 6. Indians 12-51, that is 7. And the Yankees will get that, and the Indians will get that win. Kansas City at Oakland. Royals 542, and that's 4. Athletics 1661, that's 9, a win for the A's. Minnesota at Seattle. Twins 456, that is 6. Mariners 952, that is also 6. And that'll be extras. Twins rolled a 6 plus 0. Mariners rolled a 2 plus 0, and that will be a win for the Twins. Tampa Bay at the Rangers. Devil Rays 726, that is 3. Rangers 1451, that's 7. They will stay with the Athletics. White Sox at the Blue Jays. White Sox only 2 games above 500. They can't be losing games now. White Sox 1131, and that's 4. Blue Jays 812, and that is 1. The White Sox will get a much-needed win. Marlins and the Diamondbacks. All the White Sox got to do is get over 82 wins, and they'll get in. Nobody's going to catch them in that division. Marlins 634, that is 4. Diamondbacks 1241, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Snakes. Expos and the Braves. Expos 515, that's 1. Braves 1155, that is 7. And another win for the Braves as they get closer to winning the division. Brewers and the Cubs. Brewers 1322, that's 4. Cubs 732, and that is also 4. They'll go to extras. Brewers both teams rolled a 2. Milwaukee is a 0, and the Cubs are a +3. The Cubs will get the win. Dodgers and the Rockies. Dodgers 2 games under 500. They got some wins to get. Dodgers 1633, and that is 6. Rockies 951, that is also 6. And they're going to extras. Dodgers rolled a 3, -2 is 1. Rockies rolled a 1, +2 is 3, and that is a bad loss for the Dodgers. Phillies and the Mets. Mets trying to get back that number 4 seed from the Pirates. Phillies 836, and that is 4. Mets 1362, that is 9. And my Mets have a happy recap. Reds and the Pirates. Big series here for the Pirates with the Mets right on them. Reds 744, and that is 5. Pirates 511, that is 0, and that game belongs to the Reds. Giants and the Padres. Giants 712, that is 1. Padres 511, that is 0, and the Giants get a big win and look like they're probably going to the playoffs. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 926, there is 4. Cardinals 541, that is 4, and they're going extras. Astros rolled a 6, -1 is 5. Cardinals a 1, -1 is 0, and the Astros will get the win. September 18th, Baltimore at Anaheim. Orioles 863, and that is 8. Angels 663, and that is 7. Orioles needed that. Detroit at Boston. Tigers 141, that is 3. Red Sox 1113, that is 2. Red Sox lose another tough game. Yankees and the Tribe. Yankees 1254, that is 7. Indians 1163, that is 9. The Indians lose on the board, but they win 2 games in FastScore. Kansas City at Oakland. Royals 913, that's 2. Athletics 1063, that is 8. As the A's try to get closer to winning that division. Minnesota at Seattle. Twins 712, that is 1. Mariners 1032, that is 4. And that's a win for the M's. Tampa Bay at Texas. Rangers got a win to stay with them. Devil Rays 735, that's 4. Rangers 1664, that is 11. That division may go down to the wire. White Sox and the Blue Jays. White Sox 862, that is 7. Blue Jays 1242, that is 6. White Sox get 2 very badly needed wins. Marlins and the Diamondbacks. Marlins -266, that's 7. Diamondbacks 15-16, that is 3, and the Fish will get the win, believe it or not. Expos and the Braves. Expos 441, and that's 4. Braves 961, that is 7, a win for the Bravos. Brewers and the Cubs. Brewers 2265, and that's 13. Cubs 1031, that's 4, a win for the Brew Crew. Dodgers and the Rockies. Dodgers can't be losing games. Dodgers 1122, that is 3. Rockies 1364, that is 10. Another loss for the Dodgers. They're now 4 games under 500. They're now at 70. They're now 72-76. Phillies and the Mets. We have these 2 tomorrow night. Phillies 756, that is 6. Mets 1851, that is 8. And my Mets will have 2 happy recaps tonight. Reds and the Pirates. The Reds have been red hot lately. Reds 1744, that is 7. Pirates 455, that is 5. And that game belongs to the Reds. Giants and the Padres. Giants 811, that's 0. Padres 1136, and that is 5, and the Friars will get a win. Astros and the Cubs. Astros 861, that is 7. Cubs 342, and that is 4, and that win goes to Space City. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be September 19th. We will be at Shea Stadium. The Philadelphia Phillies will take on the New York Mets. Paul Bird will be going for the Phillies. Kenny Rogers will be going for the Mets. The Mets trying to hold on to that 4 seed. Remember, if you're the 4 seed, you only got to play 1 game. The 5 or 6 got to play 2. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Phillies and the Metropolitans. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the Turns Files. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Yankees win! Yankees win! Duh! Yankees win 7-4 over the Indians tonight. See you guys tomorrow.